And now, thoughtful vulgarity, where we in the studio try to make ourselves slightly less shallow, which is not hard to do. We will ask one question of the panel while fucked up drunk, because you know at home how well it goes when important questions come up several hours after alcohol has been served. Politics, religion, why not? What could possibly go wrong? Who could you offend? Good luck.
Wow.
Don't fuck the hottest girl you've ever seen.
Ever.
Ever.
Sincerely, God.
At least till that rash goes away.
Right. Molly, this is for you. Opening a bag of, what are these? They're Snyder's
Snacker,
pretzel
popper,
poppers.
something.
An airy, crunchy pretzel shell made of 3 deliciously cheesy flavors. Oh God, it smells good.
Okay, we've devolved to reading the package.
Oh my God.
We need to. Are they good?
Oh fuck yeah.
It's 420 somewhere.
Would you like to try some?
Oh, please, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, he's gone non-verbal, ladies and gentlemen.
have yourself one of them.
All right, this one's offensive.
All right, well,
Bring it on.
the preceding 2 hours and
Exactly.
45 minutes.
Well,
we gotta make up for lost time now.
But not anti-Semitic.
Oh, well, let's go out with a bang.
Yeah. If your child were to be boring, stupid, or ugly, which one would you prefer?
Ugly.
That's
Because I feel like I could not stand for boring or stupid.
Okay.
I feel like the lesser of all evils there in that particular list
Yeah,
would
because
be
you
ugly. Because you can put some lipstick on a pig and improve that a little bit.
and we live close to Scottsdale, so
And you hear things like, "Wow, that pig's got lipstick on,"
Right.
which isn't boring.
Look at that pig wearing some fucking lipstick.
it's a good conversation piece. Look at that, it's already working. I think I'd go with unattractive because I agree. If you're smart and what was the other one? Entertaining. What was it?
Not
boring. The
Not
opposite
boring.
of boring, right?
And yeah, all right.
I think I would go with unattractive because then, if worse came to worse, you could get a couple
You could
things
take
fixed.
a chisel and a hammer to it.
No.
All right. Would your choice depend on the child's gender?
No.
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 Yeah, I don't think so either.
No. All right, well, that does it for this week's show.
I know, Richard. Good work. Stupid, because they can be a funny kind of stupid.
Stupid could be funny. Thank you, Drew.
Seriously, you could raise Michelle Bachman and just watch stupid happen, and probably just sit there making a drinking game.
And cash in if at all possible.
No.
Run her
As
up
long
the
as they're kind.
Okay, now here's this one's. If it would greatly reduce crime in your community, would you be willing to have continuous video monitoring of all roads, walkways, parks, and other public places?
We virtually do now. I mean, in a lot of ways.
I don't know. Like, who's monitoring? Like, that's always the problem when you're
Well,
going to start monitoring.
It's crime. It's crime.
It's the boys
It's
in
the
Men in
police. Yeah.
the boys from Men in Black.
It's the thin blue line.
But is it the good police or is it the bad police?
Well, we never know that.
Are they
It's
are
actually-
they a good witch or a bad
Yeah,
witch?
exactly.
It's actually Willy Wonka.
Like, I don't know. That much information and power in anybody's hand is kind of scary.
Yeah.
Like that turns at a certain point and becomes less about keeping you safe and more about controlling you and
Yeah.
power.
But what if we only referred to the tape of something happened? It's not like you're watching.
Oh, they
fucking-
always say that. Like,
But if you're going back, just so we can
Until you find some dude fucking a Toyota and then it's all over the internet.
No. Ask Frau Merkel. She's not happy about it.
Sure, she's been upset about it for quite some time. But it is lovely when you get when something's committed and you can find out that there's a store across the street that had a camera that actually saw what happened, and then you like the guy wasn't there.
No,
Yeah,
it's
you were
handy.
there. We saw you were there.
Yeah. And I feel like every TV show is kind of like dulled us to this concept because every time something like a criminal, oh, let's check the traffic cameras. There was a car speeding at this light, and you're like, can you imagine someone speeding like?
No.
Oh, we caught them at the traffic light at 15th Avenue in Campbell. Who's watching that shit? You know what I mean? Like, but if you watch TV shows, you assume that every traffic light has a camera on it. So
Right.
Yeah, oh
from
yeah.
all
true.
4 angles,
Right.
in high definition, like.
When shit goes down, yeah, you want there to be video
But don't you think
photographic
TV's
evidence
kind of
if you're the
prepared?
victim.
Don't you think TV's already prepared? Like, we already just assume that there's cameras everywhere for
Oh, we
watching
do assume
TV?
that, but unfortunately, they're not everywhere because
Yeah.
in your case, you had a bike stolen. And what? There was no fucking camera on where your
Right,
bike
right.
was stolen from.
I'm saying, I feel like 7-Eleven has prepared me for this eventuality, but
Because all of my solo dances at the 7-Eleven have been memorialized. Dancing in the Cheetos.
Oh. Wow, I didn't know. Was there a special channel for that?
It's my sexy time.
That's what denotes sex.
When they broadcast it to Asia, that's what they call it.
Oh. Sexy
Missy
time
L's
with Missy
sexy-
Al.
yeah, sexy
Cheeto
time,
cam.
Cheeto cam.
The Cheeto cam. Just a cheetah.
cannot.
Oh, that's your marker food. I gotcha.
Even.
I remember
Oh,
that.
God. Where were we talking about marker food?
Here.
Was that last week?
Was
Oh,
last week.
okay.
Yes.
And I really have to thank...
I was like, wait.
With Katie June, who you forgot was here too.
Yeah, exactly. Lot of blackouts.
Oh, that's the marker food.
I'm
Got
a
it.
barely functioning human at this point.
Not a girl.
When I don't work a lot, I get into all kinds of mischief. And by mischief, I mean alcohol.
She drinks.
But I really wanted to thank her last week because... Well, thank her today for last week.
We can text her.
For the hand job by the dumpster because it was great for both of us. $20 is $20. Let's just say it.
I
I'm
agree.
saying, yeah.
We needed a new
Here's your
Chumsicle.
sickle. Jeez.
What was that noise?
I was exhaling and clearing the throat at the same time.
Oh,
Also, it's Jurassic Clayton.
I need to see both hands. All
Right
there
here,
we go.
right
Okay.
here.
Yeah, hands
Right here.
above the table.
Somewhere there's a cat.
okay.
When she was when she was explaining that Supreme Court ruling,
Yes.
I realized how stupid I was because
Just then.
just then,
Okay.
I knew like the beginning of the story, the end of the story, and who to root for, but everything
None
in
of
the
the
middle,
middle? Yeah.
I knew none of that. And I was really
Which
like
story was this? She told a few.
about the Arizona
Oh,
the elections board.
the legislative
Yeah,
districts.
the legislative districts.
Got it.
But I really was missing the whole middle part of that story. I did not realize till she was talking about it that we were doing the right thing already. I thought we were part of a gerrymandered thing, but we were one of the few that wasn't. So it was kind of an interesting story that we were fighting to keep ourselves from that.
Arizona was already #1 in something, and it wasn't in a bad way.
Yeah.
We're actually on the verge of being like politically a fairly legit place and a fairly
Wow.
and a fairly competitive place and a fairly like even keel, evenly
Yeah.
represented place. Like we're just on this
We're
side of
almost
crazy.
purple,
Yeah,
yeah.
We
we're
are
almost there.
living in history. Is that what we're saying? We're right in the middle of it. My
Smack dab.
God.
Yeah.
Good thing.
So and Harrison asked a question about the shark cage, but we covered that a couple times because I've been in a shark cage.
Oh hell
Richard,
no.
shut up.
And she won't even
Not
go on the
never,
boat,
nope.
and
Richard, just shut up. We
Clayton's
covered
not
the
going to
noise.
beach.
We covevered the noise.
What was
They're
it?
on a delay. They just heard it.
I know.
Oh,
Oh, what was that? You should an epiphany. I'll just. Oh, God damn. I
okay.
would like all of you to know that I am completely sober. I have not had anything to drink, and it's just this coffee. This may be my new thing.
I'm still burning off yesterday's.
Oh, I know
alcohol.
you are, because you were just muffin.org, and then you danced in your house. God damn, that was funny.
Oh, now this is a question. Okay.
What?
What do we got?
We got time.
This is a tough one. If your parents became infirm and you had to either bring them into your home or put them in a nursing home, which would you do? And what about any sibling of yours who were unable to care for themselves?
Wait, my siblings unable to care for themselves too?
Yeah, so I mean, you got the whole
Like,
whole circus.
All of my people are fucked, and I'm the only one left.
You're the only person that can.
That sounds like an apocalypse, really,
That
right
does
there.
sound like an apocalypse. In my situation, I'm pretty sure I should probably ask next time I see them, but
Oh, wait, is the caller
pretty
there?
sure my parents are so like academic about everything and so by the book about everything. You know, they read every parenting book in the world, and then, you know, I was born, and that fucked them over. But you know, they're very academic about everything, so I'm quite certain that they have a plan of how they want things handled in almost every eventuality.
Oh, that's good.
You know,
That's very
like I said,
helpful.
I should probably, you know, yeah, I should probably ask the next time I'm home and be like, so, you know, you're crippled in the car accident. What am I doing here? Or is it all Becky's problem? Because it could just all go to my sister because I left home so young.
Yeah.
And my sister stayed so close.
Uh,
You know, I've assumed for quite a few years that if anything ever happened, like it fall on her, not me. I'm the kid that ran away from home and, you know, fucked up her life all kinds of good. until I got better.
Yeah.
Got better.
And now look where you are.
You know, but my sister's still a whole lot closer. You know, both geographically and emotionally to my parents. So I think a lot of it would fall on her. If they're all just vegetables, then I don't know. You know,
Then you just get a cream sauce going and
right.
try to chumsicle your way out of it.
Wow.
I don't know. I certainly have a hard time thinking about like putting my parents in a home. But then again, do I, you know, want to have to take care of them and have that lifestyle too? You know what I mean? Because I have my life and I want to live it all the way up until I become a vegetable, and then it's somebody else's problem. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I talked all the way around that question. How'd I do?
Yeah, I got the idea. I mean, it's tough.
No.
I would certainly be of the mind if, and I think I know how my mom is about this, but if that happened, I would absolutely bring her into my home and take care of anything that I could. But knowing how my mom is, my mom would not want to do that. She would rather, if it was to that point, I think she would rather be somewhere if she had to be cared for, I think she would rather be somewhere else. I may be completely off on this, Mom, and if I am, by all means, we'll have a discussion next time I see you. But I just think that knowing how my mom is, she would rather be as independent as possible and would prefer that be not on me. And other family is non-existent at this point in regards to that, because you said in regards to siblings. So that, fend for yourself. Good luck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Houston,
we have a problem.
So long, sucker.
Yeah.
Right. But by all means, if it was a situation where I had the space and Mom could be with me, and then somebody would then be in there to assist in taking care of, I just want to make sure it's the best possible care that I can provide.
The best
if
solution,
I can't do it, because I'm pretty sure, because I am not medically anywhere has any aptitude for that, somebody would probably still have to come in and help to facilitate that.
Definitely.
But if the better choice was for her to be in a facility that could better care for, then it's whichever one would be the best. But I have a feeling that my mom would be like, I got plans already for this, so if this happens, I'm going this way.
Yeah.
Just a guess.
Richard brings up his family has a pact that they give each other the one thing we're most allergic to and shorten the suffering. And I've seen this from the side of like taking in the family member and being their sole caregiver, and from just keeping somebody in their own home and being the caregiver that goes to them, and it takes a gigantic toll on
It's so hard, yeah.
on the caregiver. That my sister did it with my mom, my other sister did it with one of my uncles, a friend of mine did it with her mom, and they come out the other side of it. That just becomes their whole life, and so you have to be prepared that is what you're doing now. That's it. So I think it's a tough choice. I understand the need to like want to keep people at home, and you really do. But then and you need a family, like Anant is saying about having the whole family with his grandfather, and if you have a whole family to do it, I think that's a little bit easier if you can spread that.
Right.
You bring them into the family home, and everybody takes a little turn. But when it's just one person taking care of like one total human, and then having to work and do all those other things, like that's rough times. It takes a huge toll. So I kind of understand. I think it's whatever you're comfortable with. If you know what I mean. If you're gonna do it and you're not gonna do it well, then send them somewhere else. If you're gonna send them somewhere, but they're not gonna get great care, then you got to find the compromise.
There's a financial component to all of this too.
Oh, definitely.
Not everyone can afford the facility that's appropriate.
Yeah, or the facility that's going to take good care of them. It could just you could be just plopping
Making
their
it
body
worse.
down, and no one's ever going to see them again. Which
And it makes it completely worse if they're...
yeah,
Sure.
so and
Because like if my parents haven't planned ahead for this, like shit happened tomorrow, I ain't got the money for all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
and
I have no resources for that.
yeah.
So if the financial burden of that fell on me, then that's a whole other.
And thanks to
whole other
Greece,
conversation.
if I retired today, I could live comfortably for about 6 weeks.
No.
7 if Greece does something better tomorrow. We'll see what it looks like.
All right.
Yeah, and Jenny, I'm in the same place. Both my parents are dead, so that part, and grandparents and all my aunts and uncles, like there's no one. Now we're at me and my sisters, and that would be a hard thing to say with
Sure.
me and my sisters. We're close in age, like we're
Who's
all
in charge,
Yeah,
right.
we're all in that age of like, if I got to be able to, and me, if cable goes out, pull the plug. Like no heroes here.
Yeah, he tends to get a little dramatic.
Oh no, end it.
It's legit.
You have it on record. Like, whatever I'm allergic to, push it, just be done.
Yesterday, he almost got into a fight with a plumber because they wanted to turn down his hot water heater from boiling to, can we get it down to 120? Because there was a service call that...
Honey, it's America. If you want to scald yourself in the tub, you go right ahead. You just boil
The problem
your own
was
self.
the problem was that it was so fucking hot in this heat here in Arizona that the pressure relief valve was actually letting water run out on his back patio because it was so fucking
it was
hot.
At a full boil. And I had worked so much that I
Swear
hadn't
to God.
been so I hadn't like I will, you know, I just hadn't been taking enough showers or washing my
So you're
clothes
just
in warm
serving
water.
soup out of your...
So as the two servicemen are chatting, the guy goes, "Can I just turn on your hot water and find out what it feels like?" So he goes to my sink and puts the hot water on. He goes, "Holy shit!" He's like, "Can you put your hand in that?" And I was like, well, "I like a hot bath." And
Well, sure.
you can't put human flesh in this temperature.
I think one of my favorite things is when plumber says, "Can I see your bathtub?" And he's like, "No, you
No,
cannot.
can't."
That is not the point of this story."
But I realized after that he wanted to know like what size
How
tub
big
was
your
I
tub
trying
was,
to
right.
fill a pool
Right.
that I needed
That hot water,
degree water.
Out of a 150-gallon
They didn't
hot water heater.
didn't even charge me.
I'm sure the stories this morning at the service meeting was like, guess what call we went on?
Fuckers making tea, 50 gallons of tea at a time.
Remember that woman on 15th Avenue? Well, here's what she wants now. Human stew is what she's making in that tub.
She's trying to melt your Chumsicle.
I'll allow it.
Oh my God.
And I think on that point, boys and girls, we're gonna
It's a good note to
take
end
this
on.
Chumsicle.
However you self-identify.
Wow, forget one letter and it changes
Whatever
it.
your Chumsicle is, celebrate it.
Oh, yes. My gosh. Woo. Well, we'd like for most all of you, if not every single one of you, to join us again next week.
That'd be nice.
I don't know if we'll have any guests or not, but I'm going to guess snacks and wine may be part of this, and coffee. Goddamn coffee.
Wow.
We'll try it again next week. It'll be
All
good.
right, that'll-
Cheese
that
and
sounds like
crackers.
I've said for years, coffee gets you all the same
Did
places.
not know. Didn't
Well, it sure
realize the
does, yeah.
benefits.
No.
Well, again, thank you all for being here. Everybody in the chat room, everybody online. We will leave you with a parting thought. We will see you next Tuesday.
Oh my God.
You've been listening to The Show on Q Talk America.